Hi, welcome to 40 Winks. Today we're just going to do a little brief film just to show you how easy it is to fit the all-new Slideaway that you might have seen floating around on the internet. So we're going to take a minute now, we're going to pull this one back out of this van, take it in the unit so we can show you all the different parts and how it goes together, and then we're going to refit it in the van, and like I say, hopefully that will give you an indication of just how straightforward it is. So we're going to crack on and get the tools out. So here we are, we've brought our subframe into the carpeting room now of the unit. So what we're going to do is we're going to whip these bolts out and then we'll show you basically how the kit goes together. So what you need tool wise to put the subframe together is you'll need an M10 spline bolt with a ratchet. Basically this is to take the floor load point D-rings out. Once you've done that, you can then use our red thumb turns that come with the kit. You'll need a 10mm spanner, and then you'll need a 4 and a 6mm Allen key. So as you can see by the simplicity of it, you don't need many tools. Generally speaking, most people have these. The only thing that you might struggle with is the spline bolt tool, but these are available from, I don't know, B&Q, Screwfix, places like that. I think you can usually get a set of 5 for about sort of 10, 15 quid. But if you've got a transporter, you'll find that a lot of fixings use the spline tool. So actually they're probably quite a handy thing just to keep in the van, just in case you have a sort of breakdown or anything like that. The subframe itself, there's 4 key components. You've got a cross member that will go by the tailgate or the barn doors. It's slightly shorter than the other cross member, which is the one that will sit just behind the middle row of seats. So in terms of actually putting them in the van, you can't really get it wrong. You get a left and a right upstand, and you'll have the slider is already attached to the upstand just to make it easier again for you when it comes to installing it. Install wise, we think it's easier if you build the subframe out of the van, and then if you've got another set of hands, basically you can walk it straight into the van, and then it's just a case of securing the tray. So we're going to go ahead and put this together now. Inside of the kit you'll see that there's a couple of, there's 4 spacers, and all these do is they sit over the slightly proud nutserts that we've put into the cross members, just to ensure that the Slideaway sits perfectly horizontal and nothing catches it when it moves in and out. So I'm going to crack on now, get these Allen keys through and bolted up, and we'll go from there. So when you come to fit the tray to the sliding hinges, what you'll find that you need to do is to release it, and if you pull it out, you'll see that there's an access hole just here. And all you do is simply move the slider up and down until you actually find the hole that you need, which is somewhere located just there. And that way now you can pass your fixing through the outer and inner telescopic slider into the tray, bolt it and secure, and then just slide it back in. So we're ready to fit the tray now into our subframe. So before we do that, just need to show you these 2 spacers that you get with the kit, 1 for each side. You'll notice at the end that there's a V-shaped notch in the steelwork, and all that's for is to help you place it the right way around. So basically the notch side goes up near the tailgate or the barn door, and then all we're going to do is we're going to place the tray inside the subframe, and this spacer is going to sit in between the slider and the tray, just to make sure that Slideaway moves in and out nice and freely. So we're back outside, ready to drop the subframe into the van. We'll secure it, and then we're going to put the tray on. So we've got the tray in position now, so essentially it's just a case of securing it to the 2 sliders. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our spacer with the V notch facing the tailgate, as we said a little bit earlier on, and that just drops into position there. And there's a little bit of patience here while you line up the holes, but it's pretty straightforward. So through the telescopic arm, and then it's just a case of locating the hole in the tray itself, a couple of threads on the nut, and then we're going to get our 10mm spanner and our Allen key, and it's just simply a case of tightening it up. Once we've done that one, we'll do the other side, and then it's just a case of pulling it out, locating the holes a little bit further up until all of them are done. There's 8 in total, and then the Slideaway should be ready to use. So that's the tray connected now to the subframe, so Slideaway is ready to slide. The last little job was just to put the black caps on the silver nuts, which we've done, so they disappear quite nicely. So now it's simply a case of pushing it in and out of the van and making life just that little bit easier. Our bed can be retrofitted with this system, simply fits in the van in exactly the same way. There's a fitting video on that. Having Slideaway in position before you do that doesn't change anything, it bolts into the arch, but like I say, there's a whole separate video around that, and it's good to use with or without the bed. So yeah, happy adventures, thanks for watching.